All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I wanted to cover these, so I'm going to do a little quick video. I'm going to cover Wendy's, and really, when Wendy's does well, you got to start looking at Jack in the Box, right? I don't know if you want to call these meme stocks or whatever you want, but hey, when they get our attention, we're going to keep the attention, right? You saw the volume pop not that long ago. It's been maybe enough weeks for something to happen, right? I think I saw some news. I think I saw something about a takeover bid, so I'm gonna factor that in a little bit, but I'll tell you, I see a lot of nice technical things happening, and this thing actually ran to the next line up that we had if you watched the last video, right? So Jack in the Box, Wendy's, very interesting and definitely a must watch tomorrow. Hey, look at that pop after hours. I see it, interesting, and it looks like it went a lot higher too. When Wendy's does well, Jack does well, and I talked about it on the Discord for sure. Where was it? Where was it? Sorry. We were talking about the eclipse happening today a lot. Boom, 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 boom. Look, right here, Wendy's. I said it this morning, 868 looks like the next resistance to break. You got to look at Jack when Wendy's move. Literally, those two are in the process right now, right? So, yeah, this is solid right here. You can see, let me zoom out a bit. Oh, I don't have the next line drawn. This is the only line I had. We're definitely going to draw something, and it might be in the 20 range, just kind of on a quick glance up. But again, we'll do the details shortly, right? I just made another video, so I already know the answer. It's kind of interesting to see the Dow Jones just a little bit below the 8 moving average. Again, we're talking about two burger joints, right? We're talking about brick and mortar places. There's not a lot of e-commerce. Like these two stocks, Wendy's and Jack in the Box, are pretty much as Dow Jones as companies get, right? And hey, this is still looking good. We are over more moving averages than under them. You can never get too worried on the single candle, right? This isn't a wild candle underneath. It's still actually a very healthy RSI, right? Let's look at the weekly really quick. Again, weekly looks like it's kind of calming, but really, as I'm looking at the weekly, we're just bouncing on the 8 really well, right? So overall, I see more healthy than unhealthy. I think that's an easy thing to say. So on the other side of the coin, Wendy's and Jack in the Box might not even care. These might be living in that meme world and kind of doing their own thing, right? So I think that's always just a little interesting wrinkle and factor to consider. But easy thing to say is they are both very much must watch stocks going into tomorrow. And again, we already see, I don't want to overreact on after hours. That's not something I like to do, but it makes sense to see what Jack is doing. And yeah, one more time, the Discord's free. There's a link in the comments, but this looked like it was going to happen. And again, Wendy's 868 literally came a couple pennies away from it, right? So this is going to be an important line. 932 is right above it. Okay. But before we do go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume, excuse me, as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can, please subscribe to this channel, share this video online, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps so much with these YouTube algorithms. But hey, just being here, giving me your time, I'm so grateful for it. I gotta pause this. I really need water. I'm so sorry. Cool. Sorry about that. Let's get into it. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I normally start up here. Ironically, on the other video today, I started with volume and I have to come down here to volume. All right, look, I'm going to zoom out a bit, but really I only care about down here. Volume, for the most part, has just basically been on this white line, right? I can't tell exactly if it's under it. I definitely can see it's not over it for pretty much how far out are we looking? Since 2020, only one real moment outside of these last couple, and these are what we're going to focus on, right? But before this 2026 year, we've had pretty minimal volume. Okay. All of a sudden, and roughly a month and a half ago, right? Silly things happened. right? We were down here. We were looking at all-time lows. It really should have kept going down into all-time lows. Instead, boom, right? And it was all basically from one random comment. One random analyst, I don't know if it was a real person or whatever, basically was like, blah, 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 good company, right? It didn't really do what we thought it was going to do, right? And again, you can see the difficulty of this 200 moving average, right? Since 2024, we have basically been completely under this purple line, right? So, the first attempt in 2 years, even with 200 million shares traded, wasn't enough to break that line, right? Look, that's a good candle. Doji don't count. That's a good candle. Doji don't count. And from there, we went down. These 1, 2, 3, I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised because generally I say good candle, interesting doji, nice candle after, right? So, man, it just, this 200, when you haven't been over it for that many years and you keep going back, right? Like we basically haven't been over it since, back here. It's a tough line. All of a sudden, though, we didn't lose. We kind of fell under, but we didn't we held in these lines as tight as we could. And this kind of seems like that escape moment right here, right? We have a nice green over red on the MACD, a nice green over red on the RSI, and both are healthy. This is a positive number. That's a very nice 66. And clearly, this is the first day over that 50-day line in quite a while, right? Since this last pop. And I'll be honest with you, I personally like going like this because hopefully we can go up, up, up instead of going like this. Right? Like that's an extreme because then you kind of end up seeing that, right? You see the consistent down, whereas I would love to do a good consistent up, right? Again, what was the stock I did in the beginning? Real quick, SMCI. That's lovely, right? That's a good continual growth. And hey, it kind of looks like we're doing that start, right? When we look at Wendy's, this is it's that's a realistic start. Give me one more in this slope, maybe a little higher, whatever. But let's hopefully get around 100 million shares and let's break this 868. Okay, this is the line that needs to break. If we break this line, we're heading to 932. In all honesty, I think 997 is probably the stronger line. I really can see it just going floop and right up to here. All right. Otherwise, yeah, this is our line. This thing can come down to 811. All right. It would still actually be relatively bullish around 815, 811. I really don't want to lose that line, but that's probably the most comfortable I'm willing to let this go down. But a lot is happening at this 868. Again, one more time, there's a free link in the to the Discord, but it's what it looked like it was going to do this morning, right? So just give me that next level. Again, this is still a difficult weekly. You can see it. Since 2024 right here, we've been completely under the red line. As I come back, really, our best moments over that red line were actually a little closer to 2023. And really, it hasn't been since this 2016 to 22 run that we've been well over the line. So from 2022 all the way for the last 4 years, we've been under this line on the weekly and basically this line on the daily, right? So these are tough test moments. Even the memest of memes, when you get 200 million pop, these are still difficult lines, but we also held really important lines, and that kind of adds a little more validity to this attempt, right? So must watch, get me over. I mean, I'm talking 870, 875, right? Make me believe we've gotten over this line, and yeah, we're flying to 10. Otherwise, don't lose 815, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Even if you disagree, let's come into Jack, all right? And hey, I'll be honest with you. This morning, when I said you got to watch Jack when Wendy's moves, I expected more than a 5% gain. I really did, all right? I don't want to poo-poo that number. That's a really good day, right? 5% on a single day. You get 5% a year in the bank, right? So don't poo-poo a 5% move, okay? That said, this after hours pop, again, is not giant, but you could see it was higher. And this pop is what I'm looking for tomorrow. Look, I'm not trying to get overexcited. And again, After hours does not count like regular hours do, right? But when one does well, the sector lifts and there's a sector strength, and the tide rises and all the boats move, right? So Jack is moving off of that Wendy's love right there, right? I saw no headlines about Jack. There's no one trying to take over Jack or anything like that, right? I forgot to talk about the Wendy's. No, my bad, sorry. But this makes sense to me. Again, I'm liking these lower indicators, right? 84 is a little bit of a high RSI, right? And when you go into the little pop, it doesn't actually move it too much. Hey, it's only a couple percentages, so that does make sense, right? But 84 is a little bit high, so maybe that's something to kind of keep in your back pocket. But I do see a nice little. I'm going to draw some lines before I say the next thing. So what's your 50%? Okay. And then where's that? Oh, okay. I like that a lot actually, because it's basically the bottom of that, top of that. Okay, so these are I think the next two lines I see. Oh, I like this line. You had a bottom, a top, some noise here. I don't know if I want to raise it a little bit to this. Ooh, I got to sneeze. Oh, I hit pause on time. Excuse me. I don't know if I want to move it. I think I do want to move it, actually. I'm going to move it up here, and I'm going to keep it up here. I use this bigger candle, but I don't know why. I think I want to use these two. They're just a little bit more recent, and it's a couple penny move difference. I don't care about perfect, right? But I think these are the next two lines up. I'm looking for 1985 next. After 1985, we do have 2230. Let's come to the weekly really quickly. Yeah, I like these as well on the weekly. Look, this weekly looks a lot healthier. This is a very healthy 62. This is a very positive MACD with a nice green over red, right? Like the weekly is kind of saying, hey, if we don't make the move today, tomorrow, by Friday, it's all good, baby. Wait till next week and let's see what happens, right? So I think the nice weekly kind of supersedes this little bit higher 84 RSI reading on the daily. And again, loving the MACD. It's positive green over red. And hey, we just talked about it on Wendy's. That's good volume growth. That's not this crazy pop that ended up seeing the consistent down. Give me a good consistent up, and nice things tend to happen with that, right? So I'll draw one more line just to give us the third leg up. Maybe 2450. I think that's oh look, it was also the top of that. I like that. Yeah, I think those are the three lines up, 19, 22, and 24. We basically can't go below this. Oh, I want to raise that line now. Because the 8 moving average is above that, right? So at this point, we can't go below 1830. Don't lose 1830s, I think, where we'll end this, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Oh, I appreciate you so much.